you do me like Joanna.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Jo and I'm back with another video. Today is a how I got into Kent State video. So I'll be going with you everything. So I'll be going with you like the Kent State statistics, my SAT scores, my ACT scores, like the fashion school requirements, and just all that fun stuff, like what classes I took in high school and all that. So these statistics are from this year, but they haven't really changed. They have been about the same since when I was applying to Kent State 2 years ago, so it's not that much of a difference. So their acceptance rate is 85.4% currently, so that's actually a really high acceptance rate. So like if you apply, you most likely have a great chance of getting in, though you might not actually get into the program that you want to get into. Their SAT score is from a 1040 to a 1220, which is pretty low for most schools. That's like an average score for the SAT is like 1200, so that most colleges like to see. For the ACT, it's a 21 to a 25. That's their range. Then for the GPA for like high school, it's like 3.1 to 3.71 GPA, which is actually pretty high, but like not too high because most people do have a 3.0 GPA. At least when I was applying, they didn't require any teacher recommendation letters, and you didn't actually need to submit an essay, but I know I submitted a recommendation letter and an essay just because I wanted to. And they accept college credit in all forms, like AP exam, college credit plus. If you have taken college credit like in high school, like they take all of that, but it might not transfer to their specific class all the time. Now for this fashion school specific requirements, you need a 3.0 high school GPA, and you need a 21 ACT minimum or a 1060 SAT. If you don't have that ACT or SAT score, then you'll most likely end up being a pre-fashion design or pre-fashion merchandising major, where your first semester you have to get your college GPA up, and then second semester you can actually take fashion classes and start the freshman year fashion classes. I was not a pre-fashion major, but some of my friends were, and they're most likely going to still be able to graduate on time and everything. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So my stats. For my SAT, I got an 1140. My reading was a 580, and then my reading and writing was a 580. And that's out of 800, and then my math was a 560, and that's also 800. So the SAT in general is a 1600, and I got an 1140, which isn't that great. But also that day I took the SAT, I didn't study, which I don't recommend you doing. But also I like kind of fell asleep in the middle of it. But also it was play weekend, so like I had to play like Thursday night, a show Thursday night, Friday night took my SAT Saturday morning, had a Saturday matinee, and then like Saturday night I also had another show. So like I was kind of tired, but I had like scheduled my SAT before I knew I was going to be in the play. And like at that point I couldn't really change my date without like having to pay to change my date, so like I kind of like screwed myself over accidentally. So yeah. And then on the essay, Kent State, I don't think they cared about the SAT essay, but it's just better just to do the essay regardless. I got an 18 on the essay, and the essays out of 24 in total. So I got a 6 on reading part of the essay, 6 on analysis, and 6 on writing. So that's just my score for the SAT. For the ACT, my first time, I got a 26. My English was 25. Oh wait, also the ACT is out of 36 in total. So my English was a 25, my math was a 26, my reading was a 25, and my science was a 27. For the first ACT, I studied using online resources because I think my waiver that got me the ACT, take it for free, just was able to connect me with a free ACT like training course. So I took that, and that was actually really helpful. It was basically like the test but online. You could also get books at your local library, which I did, but I didn't really look at the books so much. And then it was honestly way easier for me than the SAT because it was more logical, and I'm more of a logical, straightforward person because the SAT is very theoretical. And then for the essay, I got an 8. I forgot if it's what it's out of. I feel like it's out of 12 for the essay, but I got for the ideas and analysis I got 8. Development and support I got a 7, and then organization got 8, and then language I got an 8. So just averaged out to be an 8. And then the second time I took the ACT, I thought I was gonna get a better score because I wanted to get a 27, because if I had gotten a 27 on the ACT, I could have been admitted to Kent State's honors program, which you need a 27 minimum ACT for. But I don't know what the SAT equivalent to that is against their honors program, except I didn't get that. I actually got like a worse score on the ACT the second time. I got a 25 out of 36. My English was a 24, my math was a 23, my reading was a 26, my science was a 26. This was in the summer, so like I kind of studied, but I didn't completely study because it was summer. It was like July, so like I tried to study to get a better grade, but I didn't really study as hard as I should have. I really wanted a better grade. For writing, I got an 8 again, so I got a 6 on development and support, and then an 8 on ideas analysis, an 8 on organization, and an 8 on language. So the writing, just my writing didn't improve. It was just the same score flat out. In high school, I took a lot of AP classes. I had a total of 7 AP classes in general. I took my first AP freshman year. I took 2 junior year, because sophomore year we couldn't really take an AP. And then senior year, I took 4 APs, so that's 7 in total. My grades were usually a B+ or higher, so I usually had an 85 or higher in those AP classes, but they were also weighted grades, so like that 85 would really be a weighted about 11 points, so it'd really be like a 96 or whatever. My grades weren't like the best, but it was fine. I mean, my grades weren't bad, but like they weren't like all my other classes, which were like advanced and honors, were all A's, but then my like AP exams, depending on the AP class, would be a B+. I took European history, which I got a 2 on. That was the class I took my freshman year, so it was kind of hard as my first AP. I didn't actually know how to study for it. It was just very difficult for me. My second AP I took was United States history, A+, so I got a 4 on that exam. My third was English language and composition, which I got a 2 on. I'm just not great at being tested on English, so I got a 2 on that, which I wasn't completely mad about. Psychology was my 5th. No, psychology was my 4th. I started taking that senior year. I got a 4 on that exam. That was really easy. Microeconomics was my 6th. Not my 6th. My 5th, I had a 4 on that. And then I also took macroeconomics, which is similar to micro, but they're kind of different. And that was my 6th AP exam. I got a 4 on that also. And then my 7th and last AP exam was English literature and composition. I also got a 2 on that again, because I just realized I was really bad at testing for English, but like I was good in the class. Like the class was up to my level, but they actually writing 3 essays in like 2 hours just wasn't meant for me. So that was a total of 4 4s and 3 2s. So all the 4s that I got, Kent took all those credits. So that was like 15 credits that I didn't have to take in college. Kent takes AP scores for 3 or higher, but they recommend you get a 4 or higher, like for you to skip, like if that class is a prereq, just so like they know that you actually know what you tested on for the AP exam. There's that. My GPA in all in high school was a 3.6. That was based on my school's like system and like based on how much they weighted the grades and everything. But really, if like you do the math or look at my grades, it was really more like a 3.9, whatever. But the weighting was just weird for my school. And then I was ranked 40 to 42 out of a class of 300. But school like class rankings didn't really matter at that point. But I don't know. Like colleges, at least Kent didn't really care my class ranking, but I did have it. And then all throughout high school, I was taking advanced classes, honors classes, and obviously AP classes. So that is how I got into Kent State. At least based like on academic wise, and then based on like extracurricular activities, I did a lot. So my school like resume was a lot. Sport wise, I did marching band. I also did cheerleading. I was varsity cheerleader, and then I also marching band, got a varsity letter for that. By senior year, I was an officer. I was a vice president in DECA. I was senior class historian, and I was also co-vice president African American Club. That's not including like all the little clubs and stuff that I did throughout high school that just didn't last all for the 4 years. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you more insight to like how I got into Kent State University, so you can compare like your stats to mine, also comparing those stats like Kent's average stats. If you have any more questions about just like my stats, or like how I studied or how I didn't study, which is highly recommended, or like what AP classes you should take, you know, just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
give it to them. Hands up.